For the past 15 years, I've been doing something most people my age refuse to do, and it's the reason that at 46, my skin looks better than it did when I was 36. I know what some of you may be thinking, hey Dan, you're Asian, you're supposed to look younger. Well, my friend, that is a massive cope because yes, while genetics give you a head start, they don't finish the race for you. What's keeping me looking this way is 15 years of actually caring for my skin, while most people I know have spent the last 15 years ignoring it. And that's right, kids. Uncle Dan was looks maxing before everyone else started jumping on the bandwagon. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through the exact protocol I use to keep my skin looking younger than my age. It contains the internal protocol, which is about 80% of the work, and the external protocol, which are the actual products I put on my skin. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you the exact 3-minute nighttime routine I do every night to keep my face looking like I'm still in my 30s. By the way, my name is Dan Go. I've been a fitness coach for over 20 years. I owned a gym for 11 of those, and I sold that in 2018. And since then, I've been helping high-achieving entrepreneurs transform their health with systems that fit their busy lifestyles. In full transparency, I'm not the skin expert in my family. A lot of what I'm about to share with you, I've learned from my wife. Marrying well is its own cheat code for skin health. Love you, Linda. Now, before we get into the protocol, I need you to understand something that took me years to figure out. Your skin is not a vanity issue. It's more of a status report. First off, it is the largest organ on your body, so it's your first line defense against UV light, pathogens, the environment, and environmental stress. When your skin looks dull, inflamed, or prematurely aged, that's not a cosmetic problem, that's your body telling you that something deeper is off. Causes of bad skin can include poor sleep, high cortisol, gut dysfunction, chronic inflammation, or even nutrient deficiencies. When your skin is looking great, it usually means the system underneath is working. And when it looks like trash, the system underneath is breaking down. The way your face and skin age is the most visible scorecard for how well you've taken care of your body over the past decade. If you want to age well, you don't start with the creams, you start from the inside. And here's the part nobody tells you. After age 30, your body produces 1% less collagen every year. Collagen is the protein that keeps your skin firm, smooth, and elastic. Lose enough of it, and the structure underneath your skin starts to thin out, and wrinkles appear, skin sags, and the bounce disappears. Now, 1% may seem small, but over 20 years, that's a 20% loss. And this is not even mentioning the fact that if you're smoking or drinking alcohol excessively, eating sugar constantly, getting fried in the sun, sleeping like garbage, and are stressed out of your mind, you are going to lose it a lot faster than that. And most people do nothing about this until it's too late. They wake up at 50, look in the mirror, and then wonder how the they got old. You don't have to be one of them, so let's get into what I actually do. So we're going to start with the internal protocol, which is about 80% of the work. And here's the truth, almost no skincare influencer will tell you, the biggest levers for how your skin ages are not in a bottle, they're in how you live. This is the foundation. Without these, no cream is going to save you. So we're going to start with number 1, metabolic health. When you have chronically high blood sugar, it attaches to the collagen and elastin in your face and turns those fibers stiff and brittle. The process is called glycation, and it's one of the biggest drivers of wrinkles and saggy skin you never heard of. If your blood sugar is constantly elevated, your face will pay the bill. Stable blood sugar also means slower aging at the cellular level, and this makes getting metabolically healthy a non-negotiable. And number 2 is getting the right amount of quality sleep. So sleep is when your body does repair work. It's where the growth hormone spikes and collagen synthesis ramps up. This is also where your lymphatic system clears out waste. If you skip sleep, you're skipping the entire maintenance window for your face and skin. So I make sure to get around 7 to 9 hours of sleep at night, and I have a locked-in nighttime routine that protects that. And I talked about it in this video over here. Number 3 is what I call the underrated cheat code, and that is strength training. And this is the best exercise for your skin. This is like my secret weapon that almost nobody in skin health actually talks about. Resistance training has been shown to upregulate the genes responsible for collagen production in your skin and reduce inflammatory markers in your body. You only need about 3 sessions a week to move the needle, and if you're over 40 and you're not lifting, you're not just losing muscle, you're losing skin elasticity. Number 4 is a big one, and it's gut health. The gut-skin axis is real, and it reminds me of a conversation that I had with my wife. So a few years ago, I was in Vietnam with my wife, and one of her cousins came up to her and asked if she could get her hands on this specific special type of cream, because apparently you can only get it in Vietnam, and she was also struggling with eczema and was convinced that this cream was going to fix it. Now, I'm a curious guy, so I had to ask her, What does your cousin's diet look like? And you could probably guess where this is going. Her diet was loaded with processed foods, hyper processed sugars, and a lot of alcohol on the weekends, which are the exact compounds that wreck your gut lining and trigger systemic inflammation. And I had to tell my wife that there was no cream on the planet that was going to fix her eczema because her eczema wasn't a skin problem, it was a gut problem showing up on her skin. And this is what I mean when I say your skin is a status report. When your gut is inflamed, your skin pays the bill. So here's what I do. Most of my plate is whole, unprocessed food. I eat around 25 to 35 grams of fiber every single day to feed the good bacteria in my gut. And I also do my best to avoid hyper-processed foods and processed sugars almost entirely. When you fix the gut, a lot of skin issues quietly disappear on their own. Number 5, this one might surprise you, but it's sun exposure. The key is to get morning and evening light on your skin and to avoid getting fried in the middle of the day. Morning sun is one of the most underrated skin treatments on the planet because it boosts vitamin D, it sets your circadian rhythm, and it actually trains your skin to handle UV better. The goal is to get the benefits of the sun without paying the cost. Now, if you're like me and you're gonna be in the sun for a long period of time, like I do when I'm in the summers with my daughters at the pool, then make sure that you have a high SPF sunscreen to protect your skin. Number 6 is hydration. So your skin is roughly 64% water. When you're underhydrating, your skin loses volume, the barrier weakens, and the fine lines become more visible. Hydrated skin looks plump and smooth because it is actually plump and smooth. So I make sure I front load water with electrolytes in the morning and sip steadily through the day. That's some good stuff. Number 7 is protein, which I consider to be the most underrated macronutrient for better skin health. Because you see, your skin is built from amino acids, and if you're under eating protein, your body is going to deprioritize your skin. I aim for about 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight every single day. Number 8 is going to be key nutrients. So a few specific nutrients will do the heavy lifting for you. Vitamin C is required to build collagen. Zinc cross-links collagen and heals damage. Omega-3s reduce inflammation, and vitamins A and E protect against UV and oxidative stress. And these come standard with a diet that's built on meat, fish, eggs, fruits, vegetables, and nuts. If your diet is mostly processed food, then your skin is going to suffer the consequences. So that's the foundation. And next, we're going to talk about the stuff that I actually put on my skin and face. So let's go to the bathroom, and I'm going to show you the protocol I use every night to keep my face and skin looking young. Welcome to my bathroom. I'm going to take you through the protocol that I use to keep my skin looking youthful and bouncy. Now, step 1, I'm not going to show you because I do it in the shower. So in the shower, I give my face a nice and gentle scrub using just a basic cleanser. Now, I emphasize the gentle part because you don't want to be scrubbing too hard. When you do that, it skips your skin's natural barrier, which actually accelerates aging. So wash in the shower first, and then we get into the actual protocol. And these are the creams that I use on my face. All the links will be in the description below. So I start with this specific eye cream. It's called Herbivore Moon. It's recommended to me by my wife. And the reason why I like it is because it has hyaluronic acid and also adaptogens. And these help hydrate the thinnest skin on your face without irritating it. I use my ring fingers because it helps me avoid putting too much pressure on my skin. And when I put it on, I just do it like this. I lightly dab around. Don't have to use that much. Maybe smooth out the lines over here like that. And then just lightly dabbing. It's nothing crazy. And I realize that I'm turning into a skincare influencer as I do this, but yeah, health, people. It's all about health. All right. The next step is using a night serum. I like this one from Wild Roman because it contains bakuchiol. And bakuchiol is a plant-based alternative to retinol. It can target the fine lines and dullness without the irritation that sometimes retinol can bring. I tap this right here, put a couple of drops. Now I'm gonna smooth out my forehead, and then I'm just going to rub in this direction. I was told by my wife to go in the flow so you can create less wrinkles. All right, and then make sure that you are getting your neck as well. When you see someone with a smooth skin, but their neck is wrinkled, you notice that they probably did a lot of work up here, but not targeting the one area that actually shows the aging the most, which is actually the neck. Next, we got Beef Tallow Moisturizer. Again, I use this one from Wild Roman, and I like it because it absorbs fast and locks in dehydration. And beef tallow is actually rich in fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. And when you put this on your skin, it knows what to do with them. I put some on my forehead, put some on my cheeks, and I definitely put some on my neck. Rubbing around like this very lightly. I'm not trying to jam my fingers into my skin. And then on the forehead, I smooth it out like this. And again, could be an old wives' tale, but I was told to do that to make sure that I'm going in the direction of the lines in my face to prevent the wrinkles. And then with the neck, get it all the way up to your ears, just like that. And the last step is gonna be for my entire body. There's gonna be a beef tallow moisturizer from Wild Roman, but I'm not gonna show you how I moisturize my entire body. I think we can skip over that part. Oh, come on! Listen, when I look at people my age, the ones who have aged well all have one thing in common. They quietly took care of themselves when no one was watching. They lifted, they slept, they ate real food, they drank water, they stayed away from smoking and alcohol, and they put cream on their faces when their friends were actually making fun of them for doing it. And 20 years later, all those small choices, they show up on the face. You don't get to choose whether you age, but you absolutely get to choose what aging looks like on you. So take care of your body. You're going to be living in it for the next 40 years, and that especially includes your skin. Now, if you got this far into the video, you know that I mentioned that strength training is the literal cheat code to maintaining firm and healthy skin. I did a video on the exact workout I do that only takes 35 minutes. You can check it out over here. See you on that video.